Here are a couple thoughts I was having tonight. I'm watching little kids practice out here in our wrestling room, and got a really fun group of little kids. It's great to watch them. It's great to watch how much they've grown over the last couple months. And I was thinking about the little kids and then comparing them to the big kids. And little kids don't worry so much about the short-term results as big kids. And I say this because I see a lot of high school kids, and boy, they don't really see how long of road wrestling really is. And I think a lot of newer wrestlers, especially, they're at this point going into the fourth week, they're pretty concerned. They're like, man, I can't get a takedown. Things aren't going good. I'm not good. I get pinned every time I wrestle, because all the kids have had some matches by now, and some of those kids haven't picked up a win, and some of them won't for another month. There's a lot of things that could factor into it. But, to those kids, I just want to say, hey, keep grinding, keep doing all the things you need to be doing every day. Look at somebody in the room who you think's a good wrestler, whether they are or they aren't, somebody that stands out to you, and find out what they're doing. Emulate good habits. That's the first thing I could say to a new kid who's hasn't had the results he wants, because it's hard. It's hard to pick up the sport, and it's hard to be thrown in our room, it's hard to keep a positive attitude. I get it, but one thing I can say, like with Christmas break coming up, we're going to have a lot of time to get better. We got 2.5 weeks to get better over the holiday break. You got to utilize that time. You got to maximize your time on the mat. You got to maximize your time outside the mat. You can tighten up your diet, tighten up your sleep habits, get your wrestling IQ up. Watch as much wrestling as you can, and do all the things you can do, to make yourself better in those 2.5 weeks. We only have 7 weeks left of our regular season, and it's going to go fast. Hey, and we're going to have some kids in the room too, some more experienced kids, and they're going to say, man, my season's not quite going how I wanted it to go. Well, we got 7 weeks to fix it, right? You got to find a way to work through those problems, address those problems with your coaches. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to get outside your comfort zone, especially in the mat, in the practice room. Boy, if I keep getting caught in an armbar, I might even be putting myself in an armbar at practice to figure out how to get out of it. I'm going to be seeking out my coaches after practice saying, hey, this is areas I struggle. How can you help me? And I always want to encourage our kids, any kid, to get as many opinions as you can until you find something that works for you. Because we're all different body types. Everybody wrestles different, and you never know what one little thing is going to work for you. So, get lots of opinions. Seek out the answers. Okay? Nobody ever got better by sitting around playing Fortnite. And then to the kids where they think their season's rolling, and so every once in a while you get a kid and he thinks, man, I can't be beat. I'm doing everything right. To those kids, keep an open mind, listen to your coaches, and quite frankly, if you're having that good a season, you're wearing a target on your back, you better do more, okay? Because it's going to feel good for somebody who's coming for you if they beat you, So stay focused, stay the course, but do more. Because if you're having a really good season, you carry a target on your back, you got to keep pushing, seek out higher level competition, go up to the junior college, see if you can roll with those guys, try to get some older guys in the room, roll with them. Just seek out higher level competition, keep pushing yourself, because if you don't keep pushing yourself, somebody's going to catch you. All right. Hey, and then here's my advice too. You got 7 weeks left. Get obsessed with your goals, get obsessed with your goals, but you have to prioritize. It can't just be wrestling. You got to take care of the little things, and wrestling will take care of itself. Make sure your grades are good, right? Number one, grades are good, okay? Make sure you taking care of your diet, you're eating right, okay, you're getting enough water, you're eating healthy. You know, that's really important. You know, and a lot of things, you know, you got to think about too, on doing the little things, is sleep. You know, put down those electronic devices, right? I mean, 9 o'clock, it's time to wind down, you know, do all the little things, you know, and train like you're obsessed, you know, I mean, maximize every minute of every practice you can, you know, because it's going to be over before you know it.